To the shock of everyone in the hotel, Denji jumps into the mouth of the Eternity Devil, and while inside the Eternity Devil he transforms and begins attacking the devil from the inside. But Power wonders if Denji can keep up his attack without losing too much blood. Denji starts to recover by drinking the blood of the Eternity Devil, and is shocked Himeno remembers that an older hunter told her that the devils that she needs to be careful about are the ones that act crazy. She is later warned that inevitably all hunters who hunt the Gun Devil will lose their lives, and in an attempt to save Aki she had tried to persuade him to give up his quest to no avail. Meanwhile, Denji realizes that the more he damages the Eternity Devil, the more blood he can get to recover from, which keeps the two devils in a cycle of endless pain. After 3 days of watching Denji fight the Eternity Devil, the starving party is finally released by the Eternity Devil, who cannot take the 3 days of torture by Denji. Himeno later tells Aki that she plans on hosting a party for the rest of the unit, to allow them to apologize for almost giving Denji up to the devil, and to raise morale, as Kobeni and Arai are on the verge of quitting public safety. Aki states that they should invite Makima, who seems unusually interested in Denji, and Makima usually travels around for work but she has been staying close to Tokyo since Denji appeared. They host the party at a local restaurant, but Power quickly claims the best foods for herself. Meanwhile, Denji asks Himeno about the kiss she owes him and she teases him and tells him to wait. Denji formally introduces himself, and the rest of the unit are surprised at his young age. Everyone else also introduces themselves, but Kobeni keeps her devil contract as secret. They later find out that the unit is so new because most new hunters are quickly killed off. Nakama arrives, but an embarrassed Denji wishes to keep the kiss a secret from her. Aki asks her for information about the Gun Devil's relationship with Denji, but she refuses to answer, and challenges the table to a drinking contest instead, which she promptly wins by crushing the competition. Power starts to compete with others at the table over their IQ, proclaiming she has an IQ of 500, and a drunk Himeno kisses Denji, but accidentally pukes in his mouth. A disgusted Denji remembers that even when he was a homeless kid, he never resorted to eating puke for a living. Arai takes care of him, but confesses he is a bit jealous of Denji. Later, when the party's over, everyone notices that Himeno seems to have taken Denji away, and when they are alone, a drunk Himeno complains to Denji that everyone seems to be obsessed with Makima. Himeno takes Denji to her apartment to recover and continues to complain to herself about Makima. She then kisses Denji again and tells him that he could have girls better than Makima. Himeno propositions him, but Denji can only think about a lollipop that Makima gave him after the party, a gift from her after she gave him nausea medication, so he turns Himeno down and they fall asleep. Himeno wakes him up the next morning telling him that she doesn't remember anything from the night before, but Denji proudly exclaims nothing happened between them. Himeno interrogates Denji about his feelings for Makima, and Denji is certain that he would still love Makima even if she was a horrible person. Himeno then asks Denji to ally with her, and she will help him get together with Makima so she can have Aki for herself. To start their alliance, Himeno asks Denji to bring Power and Aki to her apartment for breakfast every few days so they can all grow closer. Meanwhile, Makima travels to Kyoto for business, but she and her bodyguard are ambushed and shot on the train by agents of the Gun Devil. In Tokyo, Aki, Himeno, Denji, and Power are having lunch together when a nearby man blames Denji for the death of his uncle from the mafia. The man proclaims that the Gun Devil is targeting Denji, and the rest of the group fight when the man shoots Denji. But when Aki uses the Fox Devil, she tells Aki their opponent is Samurai Sword, a human devil hybrid that has merged with the Katana Devil. Aki then defeats the man using his sword, a contract with the Cursed Devil which allows him to defeat enemies if he hits them 3 times. But a woman named Akane arrives and brings the Samurai Sword back into the fight, and the Samurai Sword quickly defeats Aki. Himeno cannot bear to watch Aki be killed, so she contracts fully with the Ghost Devil, allowing herself to be consumed so that the Ghost Devil can attack the Samurai Sword with its full power. But when it is about to win, Akane uses the Snake Devil to destroy the Ghost Devil, and Aki watches as Himeno disappears. As she is frightened of Akane, Power has run away, but Denji emerges from the rubble in his chainsaw form to duel with Samurai Sword. The two fight while Akane calls for reinforcements, and the two devil hybrids are evenly matched in their duel. Thugs help Samurai Sword, but while they are defeated they help Samurai land hits on Denji. Denji then tries to take one of the thugs hostage, but Samurai Sword cuts both Denji and the thug in half. Across the city, the Gun Devils manhunt down the rest of the Devil Hunters, and in Kyoto the Devil Hunters Yutaro and Michiko are notified that the Tokyo groups have been attacked. But before they can react, they see Makima arrive unhurt from the train. They ask Makima if the rest of the public safety hunters should head to Tokyo to stabilize the situation, but Makima tells them it will probably be too late. She requests to be taken to a shrine and to be given prisoners from the government. Shortly thereafter, Akane and Samurai Sword watch as one of their men is killed from nowhere, and when they call for help they realize Makima is attacking them from Kyoto. In Kyoto, Makima uses the prisoners to kill the enemies in Tokyo one by trading the lives of the prisoners for the men in Tokyo. The Kyoto hunters, who have been blindfolded, realize that Makima has killed all the prisoners. Akane and Samurai prepare to flee before Makima can arrive, when they are confronted by a distraught Kobeni. Kobeni had survived the attack on her, after she was defended by Arai at the cost of his life. Kobeni moves too fast for the two assassins, and after she cuts off Samurai's arm, they retreat without Denji. Kobeni is traumatized from all the fighting, and she promises to quit once she sees Himeno again. Meanwhile, Makima is informed by the hunter Madoka that almost all the hunters in Tokyo have been killed, and the government is reassigning all the hunters in the region to her command. Madoka promptly quits, and Makima eerily informs him that she can't keep civilians who have public safety intel alive, as she prepares to return to Tokyo with a worried Yutaro and Michiko to deal with the problem herself. And this is all for this video. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.